Hello, you have logged into Oneindia News YouTube channel and this is Mariam. Amid the current standoff between the two countries, India and China, over the Doklam Plateau, there's a lot of hype that has been generated that China has been hinting at a war time and again. Though in one of the videos that we did earlier, we bumped this rumor and we made it clear that it is the lack of understanding of Indian media about China and its policies due to which such news is being circulated. So the question arises, if China does not want a war, why is it that China does not want a war? Why is it that China is not making the first move and attacking India? The answer to this question is very simple. China wants to safeguard its international image. Firstly, we need to understand what China's top priority is right now. So currently, China is desperately trying to convert its economic might into global public support in favor of its impending superpower status. Now, world over, countries have acknowledged China for its economic power, but they are not ready to see China as a future leader, which China wants to become. Why is it that these countries are not ready to see China as a future leader? Firstly, China is a communist state, though it calls itself the Democratic People's Republic of China, but it's a democracy just in name. There's absolutely no freedom, you cannot criticize the government, no freedom of press, nothing. So, in such a scenario, China has been unable to provide an alternative measure to the crisis-ridden neoliberalism and the Western-led global governance system, which is prevalent in most of the countries. Communism is there only in a handful of countries, China being one of them. So the rest of the world, with problems in its governance structure, it cannot identify with China, it cannot seek China's help to solve their problems, and hence they are unable to see China as a future leader. Thus, in such a scenario, if China wages a war against India, it will only strengthen charges of Chinese interventionism and imperial tendencies. The world will see China as fringing upon India's sovereignty. And the image, that of a benevolent superpower that China is trying to create for itself, it will get completely shattered. Now, China can convince the rest of the world for attacking India only if it convinces that India is an existential threat, which means if it convinces the rest of the world that India's existence is a threat to China's sovereignty. And it is extremely difficult for China to do this. Why? Because the Doklam Plateau, which is the bone of contention between the two countries, actually lies in the tiny, small, not so significant state of Bhutan. And it is this tiny state of Bhutan that India is standing for globally. So waging a war against India would essentially mean waging a war against this tiny small country of Bhutan, whose military is extremely weak when it comes to comparison with China's military. And thus China's all attempts of creating the image of a benevolent superpower will go down the drain. China is desperately trying to step into America's shoes. It wants to become a future leader. And this is the only reason why China is not making the first move and attacking India, because it wants to safeguard its international image. Well, that's all for now. Hope you found the piece of information interesting and useful. In case you have any queries or doubts, you can mention them in the comment section down below. Also, do subscribe to our YouTube channel Oneindia News and do not forget to click on the bell so that you get notifications about all the latest updates and videos.